Mafia. What up, y'all? Welcome to this episode of Milfshake. It's me, your girl, Tiff. We got Goldi in the house.
Hey, y'all.
We got Queenella in the house.
Hey.
And we got Tiff in the house.
Hi.
Hey, y'all. So, ladies, let's get right into it.
Wait, who are you? Did you say?
Oh, shit. How y'all doing? My name is Tiffany. I'm also
No,
Tiff.
she did. No,
I think I did, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I ain't catch it, but okay.
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay.
All right. So let's get straight into it. Who's in timeout this week?
For me, dang. It's just who's in timeout? All eyes on you. I think I'm gonna put Kelsey in timeout. Meg's ex best friend.
Oh, yes. Tell us about it.
Okay. So apparently, I don't know if it was her bodyguard.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly. The bodyguard, I don't know if it was her bodyguard or Meg's bodyguard, finally said something about the shooting. He said Kelsey was the one who pulled that trigger.
Oh, wow.
So, but I feel like Kelsey and Tory's on timeout because why am I going to jail if I already knew Kelsey shot her?
Okay.
Why I'm sitting in jail?
Does Tory have kids?
Yes. Yeah, he does.
You leave your children out. I mean, I get wanting to protect women. Thank you to the men in this world who want to protect women, but not at the demise of your children.
Right. I think he has a daughter, right? He has one child.
But that's
That's sad because again, if it's protect all women, it's protect all women. Like
Right,
protect
right.
your daughter primarily.
Right.
You know? Mm-mm.
Right. I totally agree.
So what was Kelsey saying this whole time?
Nothing. I think when they went to trial, she pled the fifth.
And wasn't
then-
they going back and forth online?
Who?
Megan and Kelsey, or at least Kelsey?
Yes, they were.
They were.
They
right?
were? I don't know
They were.
about that. What they was saying?
Like, they were saying that she was there. I think Megan was trying to, and she knows the truth. So she was like trying to make it seem like she had nothing to do with it. And then she needed to like get out of it and stop talking because she knew the truth. But why wouldn't Megan just say she did it instead of Tory? Like, they were both like okay with him taking the fault and going to jail. And now he got stabbed up.
But was it 41
Oh,
times?
yeah.
Was they messing
Not
around?
making shit up. It was 14.
Wait, was it
He got
14?
stabbed 41 times.
This is gonna turn into
41 is excessive.
This is gonna turn into one of those
that's
things where it's like
crazy.
mad clips of me saying the wrong shit over and over and over again.
Yes,
Dumb as fuck.
yes.
Delete that,
I thought I was
man.
bad.
Don't delete it.
I thought I was bad.
But wait, was Tory messing with Kelsey also?
Allegedly. Allegedly. So they were
Allegedly.
they were at
Let's
a
do it
party.
together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Allegedly. They were at Kylie's party or Kylie's house. And
Because that's
I
why
think he
Megan
was
got
flirting
upset,
with-
right?
He was
Yeah.
flirting with Kylie.
Mm.
But Kelsey was getting upset, allegedly. And then Meg was getting upset, allegedly, because why the fuck are you getting upset if that's my man? I'm fucking.
Okay.
And Kelsey was like, well, bitch, I was fucking him too, allegedly.
Wow.
And then I don't know what happened, but that's how the
He
altercation
must got some
started.
good peen.
Everybody's like I did it right.
Look, and they make it sound like, hated that.
Because allegedly,
You don't have to have a good, but you know how to make somebody feel good during that session where you forget all about size because it's like, oh, the way he touched me, the way he,
size
you
doesn't
know.
matter. It does because Meg is a big body Benz,
But that don't
and
mean her
Tory
boot
is a
is?
Pinto. No, but I'm just saying Meg is part of the Stallion game.
Yeah.
This Tory like 4'10".
Yeah.
He was.
Don't say he's
making her
that
feel
short.
extra.
Let me Google it.
What is he very short?
I'm gonna
He
Google
really
it.
He was
He's
making her
tiny.
feel good.
He was, yeah.
Remember before like they first came out together, they was like somewhere at an award show and they was like laughing and they were a meme. Like it once
Because
we
he was
laugh
so
like this.
short.
Yeah. But
Okay,
like
that
her
man is
laugh-
5'3".
See,
Short. I think Beyonce's taller than him. Yeah, he's short.
Beyonce.
At least, Beyonce's really short.
No,
No, she
Look
not.
her
She gotta be at least 5'7".
She got like.
I'm
she like
5'8". No.
Don't be talking about my sister.
Beyonce's short when she put her heels on for height.
Nicki
but-
is short.
Yeah, Nicki is short.
Wowzers.
But Nicki and Beyonce are about the same height.
No, they not.
Gosh, y'all better stop playing.
They lying.
How
It's
tall
like
is she?
5'6". First of all, I saw 5'8" before 5'6".
she's
They don't
not
know.
5'8".
Google
She's short.
don't be knowing.
Because she keeps it private.
What
What is a maximum level of privacy for a motherfucker not to know how tall you are?
How tall you are.
As big of a star she is.
Y'all are crazy.
Well, how do they know everybody else's height though? When you Google it.
Well, you have designers that people have to measure you to,
But don't be
Trust
releasing my
you.
motherfucking measurements, bitch. Because I'm going to get my knees done and be short as fuck. What you got time out,
300
queen?
pounds on
So I
Google.
was gonna say timeout for Halle's baby father, DDG.
Okay.
But now I'm gonna be honest. because I don't know the full story and the emotions he shared, like expressed online. I'm like, okay, there might be two sides of the story.
Chipped tooth and the bruised arm.
Wait, what?
Yes, Halle had a chipped tooth and a bruised arm, and that's why she put the restraining order because she was whooping her ass.
So the only thing I saw was he took a photo of her bedroom. She wasn't there.
Because why is she doing that anyway? That's weird.
Yeah, but that was weird. So I thought that's what the restraining order came from. A chipped tooth
and a bruised arm. And I don't like nobody grabbing my fat ass arms because they definitely bruise easily. So I know he had to grab
him out.
Had to.
I don't know what he did, but she showed that nice up close.
Yeah, but then the brother and the best friend is like, you don't know Halle.
Yes, I see.
Because she get a little crazy, and he probably was restraining her.
The sister said that, right?
So another reality Chris Brown situation. Oh, Chris Brown is arrested too.
Yes, he's in timeout. He's in timeout.
Why are you putting him in timeout?
People gonna hate me.
He's on tour right now too.
No, but what's funny is no. The tour. He's gonna be locked up until at least they said June 13th. But the tour is the 9th, the 11th, and the 13th.
Oh, that's
that got canceled.
So that's 3 shows.
Why was somebody saying this because he said free Tory?
No, they say he had a fight with somebody.
No. I know he bust somebody in the head with a Don. A Reposado bottle is crazy because that's a thick ass bottle.
Yeah.
But I did see something about him saying online free Tory or something like that.
Because that's when the best friend came out saying that now that people know she's the one that did it to him. So now it's like,
but she didn't deserve no bruised arm and no chipped tooth. Ain't nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing. I feel like no man should put a hand on a female, right? I have a son. If my son came to me and say, Ma, this woman did what she did, get your sisters, right? What? I mean, I say but, because but sounds like I just pretty much dismissed and negated everything in prior to that, right? What I'm saying is negated a word?
Yes.
Negated? It is. Okay, girl.
Oh my God.
Slipped out of it. That was good. My brain just be knowing things. I don't know. But anyway, you ever use a word and not show up what was going on?
Yes.
Anyway, back to the story. If my son, if I'm in the presence of it and I see it, and my son is getting, beat down by because some girls are big and they could knock men out, right? I think if someone put my son out, I probably wouldn't get up and defend himself. Because men get abused too.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to keep my opinions to myself, because I have daughters and I have a son. You're not there, you really don't know what happened. But if a woman is bruised up and beat up and a man comes out, all right, you was able to take whatever she was giving you, and she didn't deserve it.
I just wish for the kids or for the young people that they don't even allow themselves to be a part of that. Like, son, the minute you see that she has that in her, you either telling her, look, you either nip this shit or I'm gone. Right. I'm not about to be fighting with you, because that's a very toxic habit to break. Once you get comfortable putting your hands on somebody, that's gonna be your first resort.
Even grabbing me, like, don't grab me.
Yeah,
don't. Oh my God, don't get in my face.
Don't. Y'all can have disagreements.
I think every man I've dated got like up close,
like trying to back you down.
Like I want to hit you so bad, but I'm gonna walk away. But my mouth is crazy too. So.
But if you hit me, I'm gonna hit your ass back.
Yeah,
that part.
I'm gonna pick some shit up, nigga. We going at it, cause you ain't about to beat my ass.
Right. But we're not promoting.
No.
We're not promoting it. But I kicked the nigga in the chest before.
Self-defense. Defend yourself.
I'm not about to lay back and let you beat my ass. But prayers to the women who are in those vicious cycles.
Yeah.
Where they can't leave. Sometimes women find themselves in that where they just getting beat and hurt and they just can't find the strength to leave. So
I would say some women, they find the strength, they have the strength to go, but all it takes is, well, you know what, he was drunk or he was high,
making excuses for him,
and then he calls you like, babe, I promise I'm gonna get help, and then you're like, at the end of the day, it's still the person that you love. It's the other version of that individual that you're so connected and attached to. It's kind of hard to let go, and you find yourself back in that situation again. So it's toxic. But I think if everybody, me personally, if you're abusing drugs, I'm out. I'm not waiting for that to happen. I'm not.
You feel like abusing drugs is like a segue into physical abuse?
It's gonna happen because people can't control their emotions already sober.
Right. And once you throw addiction in there,
come on.
And when they can't get their fix or they ain't got no money or you got the money and they want it,
right. Absolutely. So that's something I can't play with at all. Can't play with it.
What if you found out your man was like smoking meth?
Whoa. How the fuck am I not gonna know?
How the fuck you got some meth? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. What does it smell like?
I heard crack has a smell.
Crack does have a smell.
So I don't know though.
I don't know.
Because why do I know what it smells like?
Because she used to do it. That's crazy. But no, I do heard crack has a smell. Because like as you're young, you don't realize what's going on around you all the time, right? You might have smelled weed when you was a little kid, but not really knew what that. You know what I'm saying? But when you get older and you're more mature and you've had different experiences, you put two and two together. Oh, that's why every time she used to go in that room, I used to smell that same scent, and she used to come out acting like.
Now we know.
Oh,
right.
So,
but what's the one that makes you lose your teeth and stuff? You start breaking out. Isn't that meth?
Meth.
Yeah. So you have to know eventually that they're on meth because they're gonna lose their
people ain't
teeth.
saying it's candy. Shut up. That's why his teeth is falling out. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. No, I'm sorry. If you graduate to a drug like that, it's a dub for me. I can handle you smoking some weed and having a drink. I'm scared of pills.
Yeah.
But I never did an E-pill.
Hard stuff.
I wanted to. I wanted to.
But what's the one that make you real horny?
The E-pill.
I'm like,
That's why I wanted to try it when I was. But I'm not even promoting drugs. Forgive me.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs at all. But I'll be honest. When I was younger, it was like, oh my God. I remember my girlfriend popped a pill and she was like, Queen, this feels so good. She was like, I can't wait. She said, touch me, just touch me. And I was like this. She was like, oh my God, you're so sensitive. And I was like, I want some.
This one girl told me her man slipped her a pill. Oh. No. And I think he did it more than one time, and it was her man. No. And she said she was so horny, but she could not come. Yeah. And she's like, she was trying so hard, but she couldn't.
But I think when you do something like that and you experience that, you want more. So like even getting high, like, you know, I mean, if you smoke a bag, you might want something a little stronger. You're looking for something stronger. Like, at what point do you stop?
That's scary.
At what point do you stop?
I feel stupid as fuck high. Like, why do I want to get higher?
Yeah, I cannot.
Weed. Nothing else, okay?
And that's like hookah. Like, you know, people want to keep that buzz going.
Yeah.
It's never
You're chasing
enough.
a high with something like hookah.
It's never enough.
It's like a black and mild.
Yeah.
You're chasing that little lightheaded feeling it would give you.
I just had one this morning.
But you ate it the whole fucking time. So, guys, Milf Mafia, gentle parenting. How you feel about gentle parenting? I want to go first.
Okay.
Fuck gentle parenting. I think it's fucking stupid as fuck. I think it's important to value your children's feelings, yes, right? Let them know that your feelings are valid. I care about your feelings, your opinions, your thoughts, your choices, yes. But not to the level where you become disrespectful to me. Not to the level where you are embarrassing me when we go out. And not to the level where you're going to grow up in society and think that everybody's going to be fucking serving everything you want to you on a platter.
Right.
So yes, I feel like find the balance of respecting your child and honoring their feelings, but also you gotta let motherfuckers know who's boss.
Right.
I feel like from animal to child, I can tell my doggy, come here, girl, come sit down next to me. You know, that's a bad example. I might say that.
Are you talking to your child?
Right? I might tell my dog to sit. She might just be playing around. But when I raise my voice and let her know what the fuck I'm saying, she'll do it. Same thing with my kids. Hey guys, make sure you guys clean up after yourself when you're done eating. Hey guys, don't forget what I said. That you left your food on the table. Make sure you clean it up. That a third time, I'm Godzilla out this mug because I done already said it. So what's distracting you so much that you are forgetting to show consideration and respect?
That's why I gotta be angry.
Raise my voice.
Raise your voice.
But I think when people think gentle parenting, they also think like you don't put your hands on your kids, right?
Yeah,
so it's like, no, but gentle parenting, I mean, you know, is what you just described, where it's just like, no, don't do that. No, okay, stop. No, but I'm like in your face. Yeah. Like I don't beat my kids. My daughters, I spanked them once. Ages, my youngest is 14. She just turned 14 last week, and then I have my daughter who's turning 16 next month, and then my 19-year-old son. So my daughters, I only spanked them one time. They went and got like a bottle of vitamins and ate them all, and I thought they were gonna die.
Oh,
and
then so let me whoop your ass one time.
One time before you go. Right? No, I called the number at the bottom of the jar, like in the event that there's an overdose, and I called and I'm like, I think my kids are poisoned. It was like, it has no iron. I read everything. Okay. It was like, it has no iron, so don't worry about it. The worst that can happen is they're just going to be really hyped. Okay. You know, so just tell them to go to sleep. She was like, but if it did have iron, Mom, it would have been a situation, you know, because that's something that you hope that body can like break down and you don't lose your children because of the amount of vitamins that they took. It was the one that has like a teddy bear on it, and I got it because my daughter's allergic to shellfish. So it's like no shellfish, no nuts, but then it had no iron in it, which is great for me. So, you know, they got a spanking for that because I had to teach them, don't go into the medicine cabinet and just take, you know, without.
They didn't have the child-proof little situation.
No, well,
you should have sued them. Right. Oh, okay. If she was big enough, she would push twist.
Yes. Now my son, unfortunately, we put in some work with that one. You know, for like the first.
And he's your youngest, you said?
He's the oldest.
Oh, okay.
The first 8 years, you know, I put in some work, you know, but when I look back, it's like, okay, I love our relationship where I can sit down and be like, look, what's that about? He can tell me, we can have a conversation. I'm like, well, you think you deserve, what type of punishment you think you deserve? You know, like I could take this, I could take that, but I realized like my kids, I don't have to touch them for them to get it. Right. And they will break down emotionally just knowing mommy is disappointed. Like sometimes just not talking to them or just not dealing with them and that and your energy shifts. They're so tender. It's like, yo, mom, I'm sorry. Mom, I love you. Mom, I never do it again.
I think they forget we have feelings.
Yeah.
Whether the feeling is, you're getting on my nerves right now. Whether the feeling is, you're making me sad because you're not listening to me. Like, they forget that we have feelings.
And then simply just saying that, I do feel like could let them be like that. Because I patient parent too. But you have to know what kind of kids you have. Like, you can have a kid that's like, you know, not patient parentable. And you have to not be one, but then you can have one who is and you're like, okay. So it's like, I can just talk to her. You know, Auburn. I have a 7-year-old and she's just like, you know, she loves me. She's under me all the time. And she doesn't get in trouble. She's not bad at all. But I probably do 70% gentle parenting. But like when I'm frustrated, when I repeat myself 20 times, then it's like, okay, I'll pop you. Right. You're gonna get popped. And she'll be like, you know, just straighten up. I'm like, well, I'm really frustrated. I'm disappointed. You hurt my feelings. And she's like walking back and forth in the bedroom door, like, mommy, like, you know, you made me mad.
She's your only baby.
My only child.
So it's like all of her energy and attention is going on you all the time.
And you know, just made me mad. So go please have a seat. My little stern mommy voice. So if you know you can like a gentle parent them, then I think you can. But if you cannot, please don't.
Yeah, I agree with you though, because like you said, it depends on the child. It depends on the temperament of the child. Some children are very sensitive when they can feel that and understand that, and they might like that. Oh, you make me feel mature when you ask me my opinion, or you make me feel mature when you let me choose what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. Instead of saying, you ate what the fuck I cooked. We didn't have no gentle parenting growing up. You ate what your mama cooked, and that was it. Right. But I feel like an extension of this question is, do you feel like gentle parenting is like affecting the kind of the generation that's coming up? So I will say, with my daughter, I was not a gentle parent. With my daughter, I feel like she got it probably more than my sons, because she was my first kid. I was impatient. I ended up being a single mom. You know what I'm saying? But damn, I'm losing my train of thought. Cut this part out. Wait a minute. So is it like? Okay, so what I'm saying is, I feel like even being a teacher, right? I told you I taught for like 10 years.
Oh, no, wow.
No, yeah, girl, I did a lot of shit. I used to be a prostitute and everything. No, I'm joking. But I just feel like seeing the kind of kids that are coming up in the world, something is missing. So not all of them. Yeah. A lot of these kids now, like, they're so disrespectful. They have no filter. Remember, we used to be taught, help your elders, respect your elders. Oh, if you see an old person coming with bags, what are you supposed to do? Help them, hold the door for them. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like something is missing. I don't know, we're more hustling now, where we don't have the time to focus, but.
Something that I'm not getting as well is ACS, right? That's what it's called? When they call it.
Yeah, I guess different states have different acronyms. Okay. But we know what you mean. Child Protective Services.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. CPS. Right. Basically, the kids are they call CPS on their parents now so quick. So quickly. Right. When did this start happening?
Because they're soft.
But how and when? Are they teaching it in the schools? Like, hey, if your mom beat your ass, make sure you're calling CPS.
Well, it's social media. We didn't have social media. We didn't have influence. It's a lot of influence online. So my kids sometimes, like, I'll send my daughter a meme. She's like, I saw it already. And I'm like, well, okay.
Pretend.
You know what I'm saying? Pretend, right? Yeah, so they are, and then they're online more than we are. Like, I think I'm online a lot, but they're really on social media heavily. But what I think is the internet is raising our children. So, and then because we're hustlers and we're out, like, the economy is all messed up, right? You can't, and if you're living in Jersey or some parts of the world, you can't just live off one income. And if you're single, you're working 2, 3, 4 jobs, or you're online trying to, you know, figure out a feet pick, whatever you can do just to get by. And unfortunately, it's not like working a 9 to 5 like our parents did with them. When they came home, they cooked, they cleaned, they did homework, they made sure you went to bed, and then they had some alone time.
That's parents did.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
She had a good life.
Okay.
Right? I think that's really what it is. It's just our free time. Our free time as parents, we're not sitting down in the living room watching TV with the kids, and we see what they're watching because we're watching it. My mom would be like, close your eyes if there was a sex scene, and I had to close my eyes. My mom controlled what I watched. Right? Yeah, you put the sheet. I opened the sheet because I could still see through it. But, you know, if there was a sex scene, you covered it. If there was too much cursing, my mom changed the channel. Whereas now online, I'm looking at the ads while my kid is trying to edit a photo, and the ad is showing 2 cartoons making out. So we can't keep everything from them. So with that being said, their opinions are kind of formed from a lot of what society is kind of conditioned our children to think and feel and become. So what I think is what I'm doing with my children, that I didn't have, I didn't have that privilege, I didn't have the benefit, is understanding emotional intelligence. Because the more I'm able to sit down and talk to my children and say, how do you feel? Why did you respond to me in that way? And then they tell me like, well, Mom, like, you're not always right. And you did this, and because you did that, I responded in this way. And it's like, okay, babe, let's talk about it.
I love that.
As opposed to when I was younger, you just got beat.
That's it.
I'm the mother.
That's what mother said. I'm the mother.
Right. And you knew your mother, like, now that I'm an adult and I'm older, now I'm like, okay, I knew what that meant when my mom, after she beat me, she called me in to have cake. You felt bad. Yeah. And couldn't say, I may have taken it too far. When I pulled out that tennis racket and beat you with it. Or took the rod off the curtain and beat you with it. It was too far. Yeah. And today, that would be child abuse. But back then, that was just discipline.
Your mom offered you cake? My mom beat me with a stick. She ain't do nothing. I'm about to call you. Okay. And I was on punishment for her mom.
Damn.
But this is, I think I was 12, and I was hanging with two girls that I know they was already wild. I hung out with them, and I literally was like 2 blocks away, and I was at the girls' aunt's house. We were all there. They invited mad boys over there. It probably had to be like 2 other girls.
How old was them girls?
I had to be like 12 and 13.
They was age. Oh, their family was just more relaxed. Like, let them have
They
boy
weren't
company.
there.
Oh,
they weren't there, so it was like mad boys. Ooh. And it was this older boy that was in there. His name was Tony, and I had a crush on him. He was 18.
Oh no,
illegal. He was 18. Illegal.
Tony, you shouldn't have been coming to no party with no 12-year-old girls.
Well, they don't be, because I had to have a talk with my son who was 19.
This is facts.
I said,
I always
son,
had a conversation.
When he turned 18 in January, he was still in high school. I said, don't be messing with them freshmen. And he don't understand why. We all in school. I'm like, don't mess with them freshmen. And some of them might have been skipped. So they not 14, they probably 12, 13. Listen. Yes. And these girls are wearing makeup. So that 12-year-old look like she's 16, 16 and 18.
I was looking 12, y'all. I was looking 12 and broken homeless.
Oh, God.
I looked a fucking mess.
Oh.
But I was like, oh my God, Tony's here. But he was trying to have sex. He was like, you want to go upstairs? But I didn't want to look.
Sicko.
And I just felt like all the attention was on me. And I was like, well, we don't have a condom, so I'm not going up there. Yeah. I'm a full-blown virgin, just talking shit. He was like, I could get one. I was like, oh no, that's okay.
Because he is pissing me off.
Yeah. But you're not thinking. Right, but I'm not thinking that now as an adult. I'm like, oh, nigga,
yeah, that's weird.
Right.
At least he liked you too.
Oh my God, that's in my head. I was like, oh my God, he loved me. But we didn't do anything. I was like, no, I'm good. My stomach hurts. Some shit I said, whatever. And then I started talking to somebody that was in the kitchen. But then my stepfather at the time, because how many stepdads did I have?
Yeah, 19.
Oh my God. At the time.
Yeah,
I think her aunt pulled up or something, and everybody ran out. Shit. And as I was like trying to walk out, I saw my stepdad, and he was like, your mother is looking for you, and she's upset. And I think it had to be like 10 o'clock. Ooh. So it was very late. I was supposed to be in the house by like 7 o'clock or some shit. And I kept looking at the sign like, oh my God, I'm going to get in trouble. But then they're going to make fun of me.
Yeah. I believe.
I got to the front of the door. My mom was just sitting there, right? I was scared as fuck. Her face was like stone cold. She was like, go to your room. And she came in there and she had this big ass, it wasn't no switch. This shit was like a log. Yes.
She had a log.
And she beat the shit out of me. I think that was the first and only time I got like
a real whooping.
I apologize. I had whelps and shit.
Wow.
And then my next door neighbor was like, yeah, we heard you crying. Aww. And then they was making fun of me. They was like, yeah, he was like, mama, no. Mama, no. Like,
that is not funny.
Shut the fuck up. Because I took it like a G. I was crying quietly.
What's Nicki Parker daughter name? One of the Parkers. Kim Parker.
Yes.
Mama, no. That is I don't even know why.
They was like, you was like, mama, no. I was like, no, I wasn't. I don't even call my mother mama. But anyway, I say all that to say, she didn't ask if I wanted fucking cake.
No cake.
Yeah. And I was on punishment for a month. She was scared, and I get it.
Tell her she owe you some cake.
Okay. She owe you some cake.
I scared my mom one time.
My feelings is hurt.
Why?
Because she got hit by a truck, right?
Wait a minute.
So you say did I tell you? I know the story, but
that's why she like this law ain't gonna hurt her.
Okay, this story is mad. It's mad quick. So basically, my grandfather got me this bike, and my grandfather said, "Don't let nobody ride your bike. Nobody, not even your mother." And he said that out his mouth. So I was like, "Okay, grandpa, right?" Had the bike for like a few weeks, and I didn't know she took my fucking bike, right? And she came back home, right? She had like her cast and she had her crutches, and I looked at her and said, "Where's my bike?"
Oh my gosh.
I'm not thinking in my head. You know, I'm just thinking about my bike. I really hurt her feelings.
Didn't even ask
I
her
apologized to her like a couple years ago. Like, Ma, I remember
she was
that.
young though.
Back it up. So your grandfather got your bike.
My grandfather got
Your mother said, "Don't let nobody ride your bike."
Not even your mother.
So your mother took the bike. She
got
the truck.
Why would you get hit by a truck on my
Why
bike?
would you? Like she did it on purpose. Like why would you always do that?
So she gets by a truck, she comes home, and the only thing you can say is, "Where's my bike?"
Yes.
That my grandfather said you weren't supposed to ride anyway.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And my grandfather ain't give me another fucking bike.
Because he told you not to let nobody ride it.
Exactly. Like, did you put your glasses on? How the fuck you get hit by the truck?
Crazy.
We need to get no money out.
Okay. Tiffany's grandfather, you owe her a bike, and Tiffany's mom, she wants some cake.
Grandpa's in heaven. Grandpa.
Okay.
He probably like,
he
I
gonna have
fucking
one
told
just
your
pop
ass.
up, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the end of my
That's
story.
emotional intelligence though.
Emotional
I don't even know if I
intelligence.
felt bad for you. Like, I was gonna give you some motivational speaking or something. Like, I had something to say, but
She probably was like, "Yeah, bitch. Remember when you didn't care? I got hit by that truck." That's what I'm saying. That's what it was.
oh my God.
What would you consider abuse that you didn't consider
That.
before that?
That is abuse. Yeah, I never got.
So like getting whipped with an object?
Yeah, like I didn't get beat a lot, but then like my mother's Caribbean, and I remember I got beat on my birthday, okay, for something I didn't even do, and it was so like wild. Like my babysitter's son, I was like with them, they were taking me home, right? When he was playing games, he was like, "Can you make your nostrils flare?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can." So he was like, "Let me see," and kiss me, right? So that
How old was he?
he was old. He was like 14.
It was
I was
Tony.
like 7.
Oh hell no! What's going on?
It was Tony.
No, he was like 14. I was like 7. And it was like my 7th birthday. And then the mom turned around and seen us. And she's like, "Oh, your daughter being fresh, your daughter kissing boys." I was like, "No, I wasn't. Like, he just kissed me." So I go upstairs and she had the ashtray holder. Remember? Like, it's a piece of
Incense?
wood.
Incense holder?
The incense holder with the wood. And she like was like, "Stick out your hands." And she was like, "Pow," like back and forth. "Pow, don't kiss no boys." And I was like, "Ugh." She's like, "Go to your room." Not even 5 minutes. She was like, "Come back in the living room." I come back. She wheels out this purple bike with like little ribbons like "Happy Birthday." I didn't even know it was my birthday. I didn't even know it was my birthday. So I'm like, "What? Did you're beat? Am I in trouble? I'm not. Like, we celebrating or not?" So yeah,
That was the only time you got a whipping? Like a pop?
No, I took it with an extension cord.
What you do?
A little. What did I do? I don't really know. I don't remember what I did. I never did it though. I never did it.
None of this stuff?
I never did it.
She is lying. She did mad shit. She's like, "Nah, I never did anything."
No, I think I was like, I wanted attention because I was the only child.
Okay.
And I had like a little fever.
Girlfriend.
And the fever was gone. And you remember the glass thermometer? Okay, now I remember what I did. I put it on the fire. Because I wanted it to go up because I wanted more attention and soup and stuff. And she was like, "What happened?" I said, "A rat bit it."
Oh, because it broke.
It broke. The thermometer broke. I was like, "Yeah, I was on the counter and then the rat bit it." She was like, "Desiree, the rat bit it." And I was like, "Yeah." And then I got hit. I got beat. I remember.
I think I got like
That was
3.
abuse though. I don't care.
I think abuse.
Popping your hands?
Yeah.
With a non-poppable object? An incense holder?
That's
That's
lightweight.
lightweight.
Yeah, everything. Anything she
Compared
could grab
to what?
my mom
Belts?
grabbed everything.
Belts is okay.
Abuse is
rather
when you
a
get hit in your face. Or like for me, my mom hit me with any object in my legs, my hands, if I got like anything on my arms, these are areas of your body that you're used to being targeted. Like it's always your legs, your butt, your arms. But if I got hit in my face, my stomach, my back, then it's like
Because they're major organs.
so for me, it was just like even if I saw my cousin, I remember my cousin got slapped in the face, and I was just like, that's just disturbing. If I see someone in public and you're spanking your child, it's cool. Anything in the hand is cool. But if you hit them in the back or stomach
So it's
or
not
face,
with
like,
what? It's like where at?
For me, in my opinion, it's not so much the object. It's more so like
How you hit.
Because you could cause damage.
yeah, and then it's just personal. Like, why are you hitting a child
In their face.
in the face, the stomach, the back, like the arms, the legs, hands? But okay.
So 2 things I learned from you guys. 1, I had to talk with my boys about how to treat young women. My son has a little girlfriend. He's crazy about her. But I was like, if you're doing something with your girlfriend, how do you show that you're a gentleman? What's some nice things you could do? And basically hinted into putting her on the inside of the sidewalk, open the door for her. I said, if y'all go on a date, what happened? He's like, oh, I pay. First of all, you don't got the money. Relax. You so confident about it. I'm like, yeah. I said, what if she wants to pay for you sometime? He's like, no, I ain't doing that. I said, well, that will happen. You're a lady. If y'all are together and she cares about you, she's gonna want to make you feel special sometimes. So I shared that. And this one, my boys was doing something to pee me off, and she was like, girl, get them some fucking cans of sweet potatoes and make them put their arms out like this.
Yeah.
And I did that one night, and them boys was sweat. I didn't even have to put my hands on them. They squatted, they got into a squat position, not against the wall, in the middle of the room with cans, and they was shaking, sweating.
No.
I was like, oh, this is great. And I just watched my show. And they learned the lesson. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know where I got that from, because I was like, I'm not going to hit my kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I did hit them a couple times, but you don't have to hit them all the time. So what I do, you get 2 cans out the cabinet, you have them standing straight, just like this, for however long. So I'll do like maybe 10 minutes. The longest I did is like maybe 20, but they really did some shit. And they were like, Mom!
Why? Because if they drop it, what's the discipline?
You got a minute, another minute. Drop it,
it's
see what
hard.
happens. It's very hard.
That's going viral right
I don't
now.
think I did 20 minutes. That's too long.
The guy, the way he disciplined his son, he got to do, tell me what
yes.
True Hill Jump.
I didn't watch it, but I scrolled by it.
I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Like,
was his son like upset about it?
No, he was upset. They had to
One thing I don't know if I support is recording. I think that can be a form of abuse.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to discipline your child, discipline your child.
Right.
But you don't have to blast them for the world, because the internet lives on and on and on and on.
And they got to go back to school the next day.
Right. I think it all started one time where this man like gave his son a really bad haircut for getting bad grades in school. That was like one of the first videos that went. So not only did he have to publicly go out like that, but now the whole internet has to see and laugh at him. So I think that's abuse.
That's bullying. Yeah, that's just a form of bullying and abuse. I get it. I agree.
I punched my kids in the chest.
I did that to my son.
I did that to my son.
But not like in a like, because CPS, if you're watching, this is all lies.
They're like adults now. It doesn't even fucking
matter. None of it's true. But no, just a little pop right back. Because who you talking to?
Who you talking to?
Why you not being respectful? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why my son is in the gym now lifting weights, because he's like, my mom, she can never.
Oh my God.
Not like he can finally
Yeah.
I'm good.
But no, you gotta whatever you gotta do as a parent, like we all said, whatever type of child you have, whatever you learned from when you were growing up, you gotta do what works best for you and yours. No child in the world deserves to be abused.
No, not at
all.
But
discipline comes in different forms. Whether it's a punishment, taking away their electronics, or you can hurt them hard. You take away them tablets and them phones.
Yeah.
What?
It depends on the kid.
Really?
Because I've done that, and she would be like, okay, well, what do you want to do, Mom? Like, it's like, dang, do you want your tablet back so you leave me alone? Like, who am I punishing, me or you? Because, girl, shut up, what do you want to do? Yeah, like, want to paint nails, want to draw, and I'm like, okay, go ahead. Get the tablet. Go ahead.
I made my boys a list for when I did take away their devices, and then they get on that, like just pacing around you and helping them up. Right. I made a list where it says, I'm bored, and this is your daily chore list. Self-care. Take a shower, brush your hair. See if the dog needs something. Is your room clean?
Is that a chore?
How's your what?
Taking a shower and brushing?
No, not even that.
For kids, yes.
But it gives you something to do instead of you're bored. Go love on yourself, because I feel like my boys be ready to come out the house looking like who did it and ran. They do not care. I'm like, you want to have a girlfriend? Did you wash under your arms? Did you take a shower? Are you being a good boy in school and raising your hand and answering questions? Because you can't expect the girls to like you if you looking like you don't even like yourself. You ain't got to be in the mirror all day, because I don't like that for no man at all. But brush your hair.
My son big on hygiene, but he could care less what he looks like as far as the clothes, which is crazy. Yeah. But that's most of the kids I'm learning.
You say he could kill you when
they don't really care about the fashion part. Like,
he
got Air Forces that are dirty. I'm like, and it's been wearing it for years. I'm like, you don't want to get new sneakers? Nah, I'm good.
That's a black thing though, y'all.
What you mean?
Our obsession with footwear is a black thing.
It is.
That's only we care about that so much. I'm to the point where, and I still got that blackness anywhere. I'm like, damn, these forces is like a staple in our community where it's a fashion shoe. Right. Once it gets creased or a little bit of dirt, we like, but we waste so much money like that.
That's the symbolism, because like I go to New York a lot, so it's like every walk of life in New York, and it's like you know, the people who don't have like the nicest, cleanest shoes, like the creases, little ashy, little peeling off, they probably have the most money in the bar.
But did they start up? My thing is like what is it Jay-Z? Jay-Z with the hair, right? Jay-Z can do that now.
Because he has money.
Because he has money. So it's like, son, until you get to that point, at least look presentable. Because when people see you, they're gonna automatically be like, bum, or I can't take you seriously. You're not going to an interview looking a certain way. Wait until you get to that level where it's like I could just be free and wear whatever, do whatever, because
rich and
I got
raggedy.
money. I'm just saying, because it's the case. A lot of people that are wealthy, their clothes smell like it's been in the attic forever.
They don't really care.
They practice more on saving money.
Yes,
we don't. We quick to drop another $85, $100,
So we can
$110
look like
just
we got money.
You might not be shit. You might be dumb as a doorknob, ain't got no job.
I'm going to get sneakers right after this.
I walked in the room and somebody looked like money, and I'm like, I'm talking to him.
It could all be a facade. How many times have we met people with fake jewelry on? I know plenty of people that go buy fake designer. And then, but they go in the wrong rooms and people can't spot none of the difference.
Right.
Because all they see is the label. All they see is the brand.
But to the room, they're the most valuable piece. And they
ain't got nothing in the bank.
Opportunities. They don't have to chase it. So my son, I'm like, please.
I think with image, especially for us, we're lucky. Like as women, we don't have to spend a lot of money to look good.
Gotta sell right now.
I can spend $10, $20 and feel like $1 million.
Yep.
Okay? I love that for me. I love that for me. I feel like with Forces, that's a shoe you wear when you going out and you put it in a box. Put it up until you're wearing it again. A white Air Force is not a sneaker you're supposed to wear every day because it's a white sneaker. And it's going to get creased up.
They say they can wear like 4 times and that's it. Like you wear a shoe, like guys, so this is my 3rd time. That's my last time wearing it. Okay.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I need one of those.
That's why I be liking to get busy sneakers. Like sneakers that got a lot going on. Because that's once they start getting worn, you can't really tell. Right. But a Force is just such a plain white shoe that, you know. Okay, so enough of this mom shit. Let's talk about Diddy. What have you guys been seeing in the case?
I can get a sip.
Yeah, take a sip to this. So let me see. Racketeering, right? Cassie's not on trial.
No.
It seems like that is what the light is shined on so much, though.
Right.
Cassie.
I think it's just to build his character. They want to show what his character is before they get into the deep shit because it's an 8-week trial.
No, but the way the narrative is going, the focus has been less on him being and more on her. Like, wait, I can't believe she did that. Wait, she consented to that? Like, wait, what? So it's the shock, and then Lauren London name. Like a lot of names are coming up.
Okay,
too.
so let's get into this. So is it from what I think I understand? Lauren and Cassie were friends. But Lauren took the stand in Diddy's defense, or is taking the stand in Diddy's defense.
So that part I don't know, but I just
I'm trying to understand how
what I read
neither.
online is that he was dealing with Lauren while she was with
Lauren London
and after. That's what was online.
Cassie.
Allegedly.
Go ahead.
I didn't hear about London.
But search it, look it up.
I didn't hear about London.
I did.
I just recently.
I seen the
they
meme
said
about
Michael
her.
B. Jordan's name. Not that he did anything wrong.
Michael came up too.
His name, her name, and I feel like it was another person.
Michelle Williams, Mike Myers, Dallas Austin, Lauren London, Dawn Richards, they all came up.
Yeah.
They just came up. Which Michelle Williams?
Dawn is I think she took the stand. Dawn from what do they call
Not
it?
Danity Kane. Dirty Money.
Damage. What do they call?
Danity Kane or Dirty Money?
Danity Kane.
Danity Kane and Dirty Money. She was in both.
Oh, okay.
She was. Yeah, she took the stand.
But
too.
she been speaking up. I feel like on social media, speaking up about what she was witnessing, and what she experienced. Even old girl from Making the Band and light skinned girl was like, he grabbed her butt. Remember Making the Band when they made them walk to Brooklyn?
The one that went to get the cheesecake. Or something like that?
She said he grabbed her butt.
Yeah, these are all against him.
Yeah.
Well, the one I saw, like a Muppet. The one I saw for Cassie was, first it was like, oh, Cassie, you know, I feel bad for her. She was an abusive. Like the video came out, she's getting beat up. Now everything's coming out and it's looking like, oh, now she was with it. I don't feel like she was with it.
She was with it.
I feel like they were together for like 20 years. And I feel like once and then she was saying
allegedly.
sometimes.
They just be
allegedly.
lying.
But sometimes I feel like she was like, oh, when I would say no, I was afraid what my no could mean. So if like you keep saying no, you're getting beat up, like you're going to keep saying yes. Or like look like, you know, if you love somebody, you want to do what they want to do. Maybe that's just a lifestyle you're used to. So I don't think at any point she was like, you know, with it. Like you could have been brainwashed into thinking this is something that you wanted because she was young. in my opinion. Like
She
you don't
was
know
19 when they first.
Right, you don't know who you truly
One thing
are.
that I did, I'm not even going to speak on it, was one thing that I did that I didn't like it at first.
Okay.
I didn't like it at first, but the more I kept doing it, it's one thing when you do something at first, it's just like, this is uncomfortable, this is awkward, this
like
isn't
public
me.
speaking.
Yeah, right? It isn't me. But when the more you do it, it's just like, all right, it's not foreign to you. You kind of already know what to expect.
Exactly.
You know how it's going to end, you know how it's going to start, you know what it's going to feel like during.
But were you looking for it, or were you like, if it happens, it's okay?
You expect it. So let's say if it happens every Friday, because of whatever, right? It's just like, okay, it's Friday, right? And it's like, so are we doing what we doing? No? Yeah. Okay, so I'm a step, right? But if it's Friday, it's just like, all right, what we doing? And it's not like, oh my God, it's Friday. It's more like, it's Friday. What's up? What we doing? Because you can condition, I think us as women, when you're into someone, that person can condition you into just being whoever they want you to be. And if you aren't as confident, have low self-esteem, or there's a part of you that's like, I don't know, there's trauma that you're dealing with, and that person kind of caters to that.
They could have been a trauma
bond. It's like your medicine to your pain, but the medicine has a lot of side effects. You know, and it's changing who you are, and you don't even realize it until you come out of it, and you're like, I can't believe I did all of that. I can't believe I was with all of that. I can't believe I allowed it to happen for so long.
I think it was a mixture of consensual and abuse. I think it was also obviously a situation where her career was intertwined, where she was making a lot of money, being around a lot of money, being
and a lot of industry that did it before, and it's just like, girl, don't worry about it. This is what we all did.
He was putting her music out. Yeah.
So
paying her.
Then they say a lot of people kind of went through that same process in a sense and experienced the same that she did. So if you're in a community of people that they're supporting it, saying, hey, listen, don't worry about it, be over soon. And look at me, look where I'm at. Then it's just like, that's the price you pay. All right, well, look, if everybody did it and everybody's successful,
why not?
Right. Let me not be, you know what I'm saying? Let me not be a punk. And just like what you said with the guy that wanted to have sex with you. And it was just like, well, I don't want nobody to look at me. We care so much about the image. Yeah, the image.
And we care about image as broke motherfuckers. If there's millions on the table, you might be like, fuck that image. I don't know. And then apparently she admitted that she was hurt when he said that Kim Porter was her. Apparently, she admitted that she was hurt when Diddy said that Kim Porter was his soulmate. Yes. And then she was like, well, what was all those years?
She said she was jealous.
That's sad.
Not of just Kim, but just any other woman. Yeah. She didn't want anybody to take her place.
Because you know what? She could have also been doing all of that just to win him over, to make him see her as the light and the main part of his life. But it's like, and some women go through that.
I think
I'm doing so much. I'm changing the way I dress. I'm changing the shit I like. I don't even like doing this shit, but I'm gonna do it because I love you that much and I want you to love me the same. Right. So to hear you say that this other person is your soulmate, it's like, what am I here for?
Well, I got a wig on right now because somebody that I was into was like, I like you with hair. I was like,
girl, we be doing this.
I showed an old wig. I saw with a wig on like years ago. He was like, oh, I like you with hair. I was like, oh.
Yes.
Right.
Girl, you ain't never lied, baby.
So we do it all the time. And that's why it's okay to own it. It's okay to say it. You know, like we sometimes do what we can to, if we're in love with somebody and it's reciprocated, how else can I please you? How else can I keep your attention?
But she wasn't choosing to do it. Wasn't he telling her what to do? Like
sometimes
cut your
she
hair?
was with it.
Yeah, sometimes
like changing her own appearance and doing stuff.
She changed her appearance. Even when she was dating Kid Cudi, she still was setting off freak offs to be with Diddy. She was emailing him stuff. She would start stuff too. So it wasn't always just Diddy like, okay, we about to do this. She'll send it like, yo, I want to fuck. And sometimes it be like that. And she probably was feeling good. So sometimes you're feeling good.
Yeah. And they were on drugs for days. Remember that? Like they had IVs, they had massages. Like he would give them
days
for days so they couldn't get sleepy. They was on a lot of drugs to be up and like having freak offs like 3 consecutive days.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's what came out.
4 was the most.
That's a lot.
Allegedly.
No, that's a fact. She said it.
Oh, okay.
She said 4 days was the longest day.
She said she was constantly getting UTIs. That's sad because that's my health.
In her tongue.
Constantly getting UTIs.
Oh, wow.
And bumps on her tongue.
The rooter and then going to the tutor.
And back to the rooter.
As soon as I feel you touch the rooter, I'm like, hey, don't be switching now. You better stay back there.
Right.
You could be fresh out the shower. Germs, bacteria.
And all that fucking baby oil, they swimming in the motherfucking baby oil, and then we fucking in the ass.
That's sad. That's really
Why
sad.
you want to be extra slippery? It's hot as fuck. First of all, it's hot as fuck. That's pissing me off. I'm thinking about sweating right now.
Your face. You got baby all over your face and your hair and stuff. Ew.
That's disgusting.
But I know what you mean, Queen, because they'll tell you, I always talk about cutting my hair off. I always say, I want to cut my hair, But then I'll be thinking about, is he gonna like it?
Right.
Like, what if do guys like women with short hair? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know what you mean.
Right.
I'm so glad, but so many parts of me get to the point where I just don't give a fuck anymore. And I want to do guys do that for us. Like, do they be like changing their appearance or being like, oh, she like locks, I'm gonna get some locks. Or she like bodybuilding men, I'm gonna take care of myself.
They do.
Do it.
If they really like you, they really like you.
I think even if they like you and they're in a relationship with you, that's different. I don't think they will. When they don't have you, like it's an ex that wants you back, they're gonna do any and everything to get your attention. So I experienced that recently, where it's like, where if they really want to be with you and they know these are the things that interest you that they weren't doing before, now they're doing it. And it's like if you complained about maybe they're drinking, all of a sudden it's like they're not drinking for a whole week and then they're going to tell you about it every time. Or I'm in the house early, and they try to, there's ways to get you back. So they do it differently. They do it to get you back. And then once they have you, they go back to the old ways. Whereas we just do it around the clock. Like we just want...
We're so stupid.
I'm going to give some men a credit. Because my man. I like his haircut, his beard cut a certain fucking way. And I remember he cut that shit and I was like, ew.
Oh my God, that's so
But then
mean.
I know.
He grew it back.
Then he grew it back. First of all, he got that shit yesterday. I was like, you look fine as fuck. You look fine as fuck.
He gonna be playing this shit on repeat.
Yes, repeat. Calm the fuck down. He couldn't wait. But I tell him. And when he gets his hair cut a certain way or his beard cut a certain way, he'll look for my time. So until I say something.
Yeah.
I think that is.
That's just that is. With their hair, and you got to compliment. When your man get a haircut, you got to be like, look at you.
Yeah.
Or when they put on like a cologne.
A certain cologne.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I love a man who smells good.
Their haircut. And what else could we say about them that they like?
They're sex.
They kind of stroke their
ego.
You put me to sleep last night.
Lie.
I was knocked out. Like sometimes you got to fake after it's over. Like, you me sleep.
Nah, bitch, I picked that phone up like,
let me act like I'm sleeping.
on Instagram.
No, so you can't do that.
Not while you having sex.
No, not right after sex. Do not touch your phone. You got to be like, oh my God, I'm tired. Could you go give me some water? Oh my God, give me a rag. Could you clean? I'm like, I can't even.
And we are not faking. This is all alleged, okay? We really are tired, okay? We're tired, and we really, and we're so thirsty.
And that's why look. Sometimes I enjoy it, and we get into nasty.
No, get nasty.
Okay. Sometimes I enjoy it, and I really just want to just lay there and take it. I want to be like, Sometimes I just want to
be quiet.
Sometimes I really just want to be quiet. Okay. I want to just lay there because.
So why don't you be quiet?
That's not gonna motivate them.
That's not a way to communicate. They need to know I'm doing all right.
Right.
It's like you gotta coach them through it. Like
they can feel that they're doing all right.
Yes.
Because if it don't feel good, I'm quiet.
Yeah, I just want to lay there. I want to lay like this on the side and just.
Even if it feel good.
Like real quick.
You're not getting a massage at the Chinese parlor like, oh yeah. You're laying there relaxing.
And you fall
asleep. Get your internal massage, sis, and just lay there.
That's what I'm saying. I just want an internal massage and fall asleep when I'm snoring.
I think you should try it.
You can fall asleep.
Why?
I can fall asleep. You have to be this, like, tapping into your feminine energy as much as possible. You tell them that they're safe. They start to open up to you more. And it's like, yeah, look, this is what's going on. And then don't judge them. Like, just listen. And then don't look for a way to say, well, you should have did this differently. It's more so like, well, how would you have wanted it to end? Or how did you expect it to go? Even though you're like, he's wrong, just think, like, just ask some of those type of questions.
That's so fucked up, too, though.
Because they're not doing it.
I like this, just being a safe space for a man and just allowing him to literally be like naked and vulnerable with you with everything. But at the same time, here we go again talking about everything we do.
There's no men sitting around trying to figure out how to be a safe space for us.
And this is a beautiful thing, though. It's a great thing.
They can.
They can, but men are just so... I think because I have a son and I know what he's going to have to go through. My son has to be strong regardless of what. My son has to pay the bills regardless of what. You have to survive. And if you impregnate someone, you give someone a family, and you have bodies walking around with blood in their vessels because of you, you are now responsible for them. Your feelings don't matter. Go out there and get it done. Period.
So when a man is wrong, right? Is there no gentle way to tell him that?
It is, but first make him feel seen. Okay. Make him like what we want. Yeah. They're not used to that. We want that, but we don't give that, right? So the more we make them feel what we want to be felt, make them feel seen, heard, understood, and then say, well, babe, how did you expect it to play out? And then they say that, well, babe, if it played out that way, don't you think it probably would have ended this way?
And his dick goes soft like, immediately as why you down.
No. You're not doing this.
Oh, we're done.
No, we're done. No, I'm saying that opens the door for those type of conversations. I'm saying that opens the door for those conversations. Like, for example, the other night, guy I'm talking to, we playing pity bag. We playing a card game, just one-on-one. And we can have those conversations while we're playing. It's just like, yo, listen, I don't like this, I don't like that. But when I'm saying it, it's not so much like, I don't like that when because what happened was we're playing a game and he's on his phone, he took his phone out. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm like, so I said, look, I don't like when you pull out your phone during a time like this. I just feel like you're doing something. He's like, oh, no, I'm playing a game. But we're playing a game.
Right, how many games you need to play?
So I was like,
he's addicted to gaming.
Yeah, so I was just like, listen, I was like, I'm gonna tell you what I see, because I don't want you to just feel this energy and I have an attitude, you don't know why. When you're on your phone 1 o'clock in the morning, I think you're talking to somebody else. He's like, oh, babe, don't think that way. Right, so when I'm able to
communication
and say those things instead of saying, yo, why are you on your phone? And I'm here, right here. You know, then it's like, yo, who the and it's an argument. But if I talk like this way, you know, I'm being calm gentle and calm and it's feminine, he's going to meet me where I'm at. Because why would he come to the table? Why would he address me being aggressive?
But what did Des say? Because Des just said, how can the man be a safe space for a woman? And you immediately went back to a man. No. My question was, how can a man be a safe space for a woman? What the fuck? Like, can he?
They don't know how.
Wait. Can he eat your pussy? Be like, how was your day?
No. Shut up and focus.
Yeah, don't talk to me.
How can
you gotta
No, you have to let the men know what they're gonna do.
Okay, so with
how
men,
do you want to feel as a woman?
How I want to feel as a woman, and what works for me, and why my relationships, when I get into the relationship, we're like in love first 30 days. Right. And it's because I know I have to be big on communication. I know I have to be the one to sacrifice first. Because men going into relationships, they don't trust us. Period. So they're not trusting us. So I'm going in and I'm like, okay, queen, if you really like this man, you have to figure out a way to get him wide open. And being wide open is this: any opportunity that I get to be intimate, I have to make him feel like I'm going to submit to you and this place is safe. Period.
Nigga, how does he
now with doing that?
Yes.
At some point he wants to reciprocate that. He doesn't want to lose you. He doesn't want you to feel like, yo, like, especially if you're not hitting him up for money, you're not asking to be sponsored, like, pay for this, pay for that. He realized, like, wait, hold on, this girl is different. You know, like, after sex, she's rubbing my back. I'm getting a massage. I didn't ask for it. You know, when we wake up in the morning, I get breakfast. I didn't ask for it. I'm not saying you want to play the role of a wife, but at the same time, if we know the problem is men don't know how to create these safe spaces for us. We know men don't trust us. We know men dog us. Can we do something a little different than what they expect? Can we play mommy? Because I'm mommy.
Queen, I'm about to try.
Now let me tell you.
Yes.
And now what am I getting right now? I'm getting the respect I need. When I say, yo, I don't like this, automatically, everything's now on do not disturb. Like, he'll pick up the phone and be like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, it's your child. You're talking about your dog and your child. You got to do the same thing with your men. It's kind of like raising them and molding them and shaping them all over again, especially if they didn't have a mother in their life to love on them, or the only images they have of women is, you know, women dogging men, or if their mom had multiple men in their lives, that's what they see and they expect that of us. So if you want to be different, you have to show them something different. Make them feel safe. It's like if you adopt a child. That child's coming in like, you're probably going to be another person that's going to kick me out again. I don't have another parent. What am I going to do to make you feel like, yo, you are safe here? I probably got to put in more work. And then at some point,
you still work
in every example, and I love this. I love the idea of
I like what I get in
catering and taking care of your man. Because hell yeah, take care of your man. You love him and he doing right by you. Take care of your man without a doubt, without a question. But in a lot of examples you're giving, it just sounds like you're doing all of the work.
In the beginning, it is me. I'll be honest. In the beginning, it is me. But as a result, what are my rewards? At some point, like if I'm the one submitting in the beginning, at some point he does the same. And it's because I'm not online like, look what my man did, and it's just about like, you know, for bragging rights. It's really like, yo, like you're safe here. Like the moment he feels safe, My bills are paid. I don't even have to ask. You know, you're giving me gifts. I didn't even have to ask.
So that could be some kind of men. So I'm not gonna say that's no man. That's some kind of men who need to feel that, to see that first. The trust issues, the wall, the boundaries. I feel like there's men, because I wasn't that good of a, girlfriend. I was young and I got a really great man, and I just didn't know how to treat a man. I was like, working at a young age. I was doing so much. I was responsible. I was like her, I was driving. So it wasn't really the soft energy that a man needed. It wasn't the soft energy he needed. And he was the soft energy for me first. He was let me cook for you. He knew I love to eat, okay? Instead of going out with your friends, I'm cooking for you so you can come here. He started drinking, a little wine club, whatever I liked, he would bring to his house so he could bring me there. So I feel like not every man needs that firsthand example. Some men will just go out and be that, and then you can be the one doing in return stuff. So to be a woman's piece, it's just finding out, studying her, knowing what she wants, what she likes, what she doesn't like, and then doing those small. He's giving me back massages after sex. So all the opposite reciprocation. Some men do first.
I think where you come from and what you've experienced and what you want shapes all of this.
Right.
So you may have seen that firsthand from women in your family, I take care of my man, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's true.
You were on your independent shit. You may not have seen your mother take care of man. He may have said, damn, I never seen this. I want to have this with a woman. So it's how all of your worlds intertwine and just, finding that balance. But I like to take care of a man who takes care of me. We got to take care of each other. I definitely will put that foot forward because I want you to feel special. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel masculine. But if you start disappointing me, I'm going to redact my efforts. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't doing that. We ain't doing the one side.
No, I agree with you on that one. Like me, if I cook a meal right now and my kids are hungry, he's getting a plate first.
That's a debatable topic too. Okay. So your man eats first. You cook for your sons and your man. Who eats first?
It doesn't matter. I think I have 2 boys, so I'm making everybody plate at
once, and
time.
it's all ready.
So I'll be like, boys, come get your plates. If we're not sitting together, then I'm taking Ty his plate.
Okay.
Which he does the same thing.
No, you got your daughter and you got your man. Who's eating first?
My child's eating first.
Okay.
She's eating first. I understand the respect part of it. I get the head of the household. I get the breadwinner. But this ain't back in the day. I could have bought the meat. I could have went grocery shopping. This would be my coins. It's still this is my child. I am leading her, so she's the youngest. She's going to get her plate. Not in a first sense, but if it had to be choose one, I would give it to her.
And I think that sometimes people read into that so much because we're not in competition. We're a family. You know what I'm saying?
We're all going to eat.
If I happen to make somebody plate, don't mean F you. You know what I'm saying? But every situation is different. You might have your dude might work overnight or might get off late. So I'm gonna make sure your plate is made to the side. I make my boys 9-11. I make they plate. My daughter, she be on different diets and shit. So I let her make her own. She might even want to eat what I cook. But it's never I'm not slighting anybody, nor ever trying to intentionally slight anybody. I make sure everybody has something to eat. You might all eat at different times, but sometimes I don't even eat. How about that?
I never eat.
As a mother, have you ever done that shit? Made sure everybody got something to eat and you might have kept the scraps for yourself or didn't even fucking eat.
Right.
But that's the silent battles we don't speak about.
Right.
Sacrifice.
No, but I'll make the plate and have the kids take the plate to dad.
And if I cook the food
and then come back and get your plate from you.
Yeah, my kids will be taking the plate to their dad and then come downstairs and then
It depends. Whatever works for your household and your situation.
Third arm, and I can serve everyone at one time because I'm a mom.
That word.
Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Milfshake. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Bye.
Milfshake Mafia.